Hey guys, Henry here from Product Creation Formula. In this video, we're going to be talking about 2 easy mandala coloring book creation methods. Now, that is so you can sell it on Amazon KDP. But before we go ahead and do that, I just want to let you know that here at Product Creation Formula, we love to give you tips and tricks to help you create your products quickly and easily. Along with that, we also do product reviews as well as tips on how to make money online. So if that's the sort of thing that interests you, how about you smash that like button as well as subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified whenever we upload more videos. Okay guys, let's go check it out. Now in this part of the video we're going to be having a look at the mandala coloring in books. Now before we go ahead and do that, I just want to let you know what that actually is. First of all, think of a kaleidoscope. You know those things you look in and you adjust with your eyes and you can see all these things forming like what looks like snowflake crystals and things like that. That is a mandala. And what you can look at here are the different kinds of coloring books that have mandala in them. And they're usually adult coloring because they're much more complicated, they're a lot more sophisticated than what children can manage usually. So this is typically known as an adult form of coloring in. So it's a way of relaxing, it's a form of relaxation for some people. For me, it would stress me out because I was terrible at coloring in as a kid and I'm just as bad as an adult. So yeah, but for other people they really enjoy it. So that's who we're targeting. We're targeting the people who actually enjoy doing this kind of thing. So let's go have a look at how to do this. First of all, I'd like to introduce you. As you can see through this, you can see like the kaleidoscope looks. I'd actually like to introduce you to my new favorite place to go. It's called colormandala.com. Now you can either go coloring in online if you wish to, or you can print it up, or you can go design new. So I'm just going to go straight into design new. Click on that and you're given this blank canvas to start off with. Now what you need to do is to start adding some designs. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a bit of a polygon and click on that. Now first thing we have to do is we have to activate these tools here, and what I might also do is activate this one as well. Now we need to reduce the radius. By doing that we can reduce this right down to something much smaller. We're going to be putting that as the center and then we can hit OK. We can just click off it. Now you can see that's a color, but what that's actually doing is just highlighting, letting you know that is where it is on this line just here. So when you go to add a new thing, let's say for example we do a okay, let's add a triangle. Now you can choose the start, you can do the activation, or you can do the width as well, and you can also tell them how many stars or how many points you would like this star to be. As you can see, the center one has disappeared and is now highlighting this one here, and as we can see it's got 12 on the star or on the triangle, so that is a good start. Now what we can do is we can also shrink it down by going like that. With the end we reduce the size of it by going to the end, and we can reduce the size of that and make it bigger or smaller, however you want to do it. We can also decrease the width and make them thinner if we wish to, but I think we have them where they were. We're perfectly fine. So we're going to click on that. Now I think the next one I'm going to be adding is maybe some braids. As you can see that's way too big, so let's activate the radius and let's shrink that right down. Bring that down, oops, too much. There we are. And now that is surrounding the star. Let's add a flower shape now. Go to the flower shape, and I think that's pretty cool the way it is. Now let's have a look and see whether or not we can. Okay, do that. I might shrink this down, make that about 6 instead. So what we're doing here, I don't know, increase that up Let's go yes. Segmentation, no. There we are. Now I'm going to make that a bit bigger. By growing the radius, you make it look like that. There we are. I might take this one and bring it up a little bit and move it to the very end. And as you can see, it just makes it look nice. Okay, we'll get rid of that. Now we can add another thing. Let's go add a leaf. Now of course we have to activate all of our points here. That's easy enough to do. And all we need to do is go to the end and we can shrink that down. I'm thinking about 50%. Oh, it's too much. About there. We can now do the curvature, make that a bit bigger. There we are, make it a bit wider. And we can also make that 12. So as it goes on every single point. There we are. Looking good so far. Now we can also add, let's say for example we want to add some hearts to the end of this. We can go like that. And we're going to activate this, and we're also going to add this one because we want to do some repeats. Now I'm going to now go 12 again. Hit enter. And we're going to be shrinking this down. So we need to turn the size right down to about there. Maybe a little bit bigger. We still want to be able to see it. So we'll make it about there. So that's good. Now, all we need to do now is hit position and we can scroll that out and bring that all the way out. In fact, I might even shrink the size down just a bit more because we're a tad too far out. So let's position those in. That's good. Okay, now another thing we need to do, we need to add a few more of these. Might add another twist to this. I'm going to make that larger to go on the outside of the hearts. Roughly about there, maybe a little bigger. Yeah, that'll do. And we can hit that. And all you need to really do is just keep adding things as you go. So as you can see, you just play along with it. I might add another twist. And of course, we can then just go radius, expand that up, take that out to the other side, and that will do. I mean, you can use your imagination however you want to do it. Now, to save this somewhere, all you need to do is go to Actions, and you can either save it as a download as a PDF, or you can save it as a JPEG. And I'm going to suggest you save it as a JPEG. I'll show you why in a second. Just hit download. I actually have a folder for it to go into, so bear with us 1 second. And I'm going to call this Mandala 2. Because it's saved as a JPEG, it's okay. So once you've obviously made a few of these, you can then download them onto your desktop, wherever you want to put them. Now the next thing you're going to want to do is you can go over here to your PowerPoint presentation. Okay, now I would highly recommend that you go over here to the design section, go over here to slide size, click on custom slide size, and over here in the width you click on here and you make it 8.5, and I'm going to be making this one by 11, and we're going to hit OK. Now I'm thinking in this particular case we need to just ensure fit. And all we have to do is go Control D, click on this box here, go Control D, and because Amazon allows 24 pages, you can make this 25 pages. By hitting Control D, you can do it 25 pages long. The reason why we have 25 pages is because you want to be able to have over here the first page as being your this book belongs to. So let's go here to shapes, go here, we can now go across to here, and we can say, expand the size of it to say 40. This book belongs to, and obviously you can centralize it, bring it down a little bit, click down a couple of times, and then put in a line. Oops, daisy. To put in someone's name. And that's all you need to do. Now, let's go over to Insert, and go Picture, this device, wait for it to wake up, and we had saved it as Mandala 2 as a JPEG. That's the one, Mandala 2, and it's a JPEG file. So we just click on that. Now my suggestion would be, don't expand this up any further, because if you do, it'll go over the white will go on the outside of the page, and you don't really want that. So let's undo all that. Another thing you can do if you wish to is go over here to Gimp. Now I'm going to grab this one, I'm going to open it, and I'm going to grab Mandala 2, which is this one here, it's a JPEG. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to this particular right hand side, because I'm in Gimp at the moment, in case you wanted to know. I'm in the Gimp file, so I'm just going to right click on here, I'm going to hit Alpha to channel, then over here I'm going to grab this one down the bottom, on the right hand side where it says create new layer. We're going to create a new layer. It's got to be on transparency. All you need to do is click on this one and take it up. Okay, now that we're doing this, we want to be able to make sure that we can now remove some of the outline of this. So we get hold of this, which is the magic wand, click on the outside, then you grab your eraser and you erase the outside of that. And this way you can now expand it out a little bit. Once you save it, you can now export it as, make sure you export it as a PNG. And I might even change this to partly transparent. Okay, and then we can hit export, hit export, and there you have it. So we'll delete that one. Go back to insert, we'll grab the picture, go to this device, we had Mandala, partly transparent, that's the one. Now we can expand it up, and it doesn't matter if you expand it up a little bit bigger. Expand it up a bit more, and expand that up. It doesn't matter if it goes outside. Now right at this particular point is where you want to maybe position it, right in the center, and as you can see where the crosshairs are, that is exactly halfway. Making sure you leave yourself a little bit of room for the bleed, because when Amazon cuts things up, they'll maybe cut it up including the bleed. Okay, so give yourself a bit of room. Now if you want to, I'm going to show you another place you can go, another thing you can do, and it's much easier, and you'll find that it's really cool. We're going to go here to illustrations. We're going to go click on there, and we're going to type in the word Mandala. And we're going to hit enter. Now where it says color, you click on that and you make it transparent as well as black and white, and we hit go. And as you can see, it opens up all of these different options. Now you can go choose the ones you want, and you can then immediately download those to your desktop. And I'm going to grab, say, this one here. That looks lovely. and I'm going to just download this one. Now I like to keep it at 1280 by 1280. We hit download. We'll wait for it to download, and then we'll just continue. Okay, now let's go back to Gimp. That's a free editing software that you can download and put onto your desktop. Now what you can do is come over to Gimp to open. Not so. There we are. Click on that one. And there we have it. Now, always, 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 don't just use this on its own. If you were to upload that straight into Amazon KDP, you'll be flagged because it'll say duplicate content, and you're not meant to have any duplicate content on Amazon KDP. So make sure you change it up. And there are several ways in which you can do that. Now, first thing you can do is have several of these actually downloaded to your desktop. Now, as you can see, I have several different ones. Now, I'm going to grab this one here. I'm going to add this one to it. In fact, I'm going to just get it and drag it straight across to here and dump it on top of here. And as you can see, it is now completely unique. And all we need to do now is save it as, or export it as I should say. And I'm going to go new to PNG. Hit export. Export here. Now let's go back to our file again. The best part about it being transparent, all you need to do is insert it. Go to picture, go to this device, put it under new to, and now we have a second one. Now all we have to do is shrink that down, grab it in the top corner and bring that in a little bit, bring it up so as you have it connected to the center. Now that will put it directly in the center for you, and there you have your second one, and you can continue doing this all the way through. And if you want to decorate the front part here, you can get these, for example. You can copy this image just here and shrink that down. You just go Control C or copy, go in here, go Control V, and we can now shrink that right down, and you can place that anywhere you like. And if you want to make it a little bit different, you can place it in here or along here, and you can do the same with this one here. Go Control C, go here, and you can go Control V and shrink it down to match the same size as the other one. And this way you can put them beside each other on the same level, and it is even. There we are. And just to give it a bit more, something to make it a bit prettier, something to make it a bit easier for people to understand what's in there. And then you do that 24 more for the rest of the slides, 23 more times, and that is how you do it. Then you save it as a PDF. Now, how I get this tab just here, save as. I'll show you how to do that in a second. And then you go over to this section just here and you save as PDF. Then you can upload it into Amazon KDP. Now how you get that particular icon just there is you click on this downward menu just here, you go down here to the bottom, second bottom one, and you click on more commands. Over here where it says popular commands, you click on that, scroll down here to all commands, wait for this slide bar to shrink right down, you go down here to save as, and as soon as you see the S's, it's not far from the top, click on that, hit add, and then you hit OK. But because I already have it, I don't need to do that. So that is how you have two different methods to do this. Okay guys, that's all there is for now. But if you like this video, please consider smashing the like button, as well as subscribing and hitting the bell icon so you can be notified whenever we upload more videos. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.